All right, we should be live again. Okay, same thing all over again. Let me just drop a message in the free Telegram channel. If this is your first time on the stream, make sure to check out all the links below the stream and join our free Telegram channel. That's where I post daily setups, updates on euro dollar, other instruments as well. So yeah, a lot of valuable information. And don't forget to check out our website as well. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go over again a few setups here on euro dollar, on pound dollar, on gold, possibly some of the yen cross pairs as well. We'll see how that goes. But yeah. Okay, so here is the link. So I need to copy this message. Still got about 5 minutes till London Open. So by then I just want to make sure that I've sent the notification in the free channel. And I'm going to post a message on Twitter as well. Okay. Let me mute my phone as well. Right. Here we go. Hello, so good morning. Good morning again. How are you doing? Did you get any trades last night? Yesterday? Let me check out. Still got about a couple of minutes until London Open. But yeah, I'm looking at pound dollar and the analysis played out very well. We did have a pullback below this level, so we took out those previous lows, and at the same time we managed to reverse, above this momentum candle. So I did have this level down here, which was essentially the break and retest level, and so price came into that level pretty much, and it then reversed. You know, also breaking above the previous high. So this was a pretty decent setup. That happened. Um, didn't happen in the first hour of the session though, of London session. But yeah, pretty decent analysis on this one. Whoever managed to catch some trades, well done. Yeah, took the buy to the previous high on euro dollar, and I might have changed my bias. Your mic is a bit low on volume, but I hear you. Okay, let me just. I think I can fix that. Oh, I'm not sure. Is that a little bit better? But thanks for letting me know. Alright, so yeah, pretty decent analysis on pound dollar. Um, exactly the same thing on euro dollar as well. Yeah, well, I'm expecting to see a continuation of those moves. I still want to see price pushing higher, breaking above current resistance, not just on euro dollar, obviously on pound dollar, same thing again. Now this time I'm not expecting to see the market breaking below this low, but we still have quite a lot of space to work with here. Now the thing is, I'm looking at the 15-minute time frame here on euro dollar, and I would like to see price breaking below this structure. So, giving me that reversal anywhere around here. I want to see price taking out this structure right here. And then I'm going to start looking for buying opportunities. Now, obviously, we could just break above that and continue higher, which means I'm not going to be taking trade right away, and that's fine. Um, but let's see. Let's see how it goes. Same thing on pound dollar. Now, if you look at the 15-minute time frame, we've broken below this structure right here already. So we didn't get that breakout on euro dollar, at least not yet. But let's see. Could you just drop a message and let me know if my mic is okay now? And then what do we have? We also have gold, just as expected. Didn't get any pullbacks, which means I didn't get the entry. And at the same time, price is much higher than it was before. But like I said, that happens quite often here on gold. Okay, stronger momentum here on euro yen. Not so much on euro dollar though. Yeah, that's the thing with pound yen. As soon as it dropped and retested this previous low, and it actually took out some of that liquidity below this minor structure right here. I was expecting that from around here. We're gonna go straight up, and again, this is what happened. Um, I wasn't very confident in taking a trade on pound yen though. I was looking more on pound dollar. So yeah, if it goes straight up, that's fine. I'm not going to be taking any trades. But if we drop slightly lower, then I'm going to be looking for potential buy setups. So let me see. I'm going to play the stream from my phone just to see what's the sound like. Well, I think it should be fine. You guys let me know if there are any issues with my mic. I'll try and fix it, but I think it's fine now. Okay. So what would you say? I took the buy to the previous high on euro dollar and I might have changed my bias. Do you mean your short bias? As far as I remember, you had a short bias, and but yeah, like I said, if you look at the higher time frames, it would make a lot of sense for price to even continue the pullback even higher now. Um, and especially when you've got such a strong momentum, it just goes to show that there is obviously more bullish pressure. Obviously, not every time you're going to see a continuation higher, but I would say more times than not, after such a strong momentum in a certain direction, there's going to be another leg in the same direction. And so going to the 4 hour charts, all those highs, I'm not sure if they're going to hold. Even if the market will go back into a downtrend, it will first take out those highs and it will then reverse. I think so. But we'll see, it may go even higher. All I'm trying to say is that if you're looking at the lower time frames, I believe there is still more room to the upside, which means we can potentially take advantage of, um, you know, uh, this next upside move here, because we don't really need much when we're trading the lower time frames. And that was a pretty decent one as well. Oh, that's over 1 to 2 setup. Now it looks like gold is setting up for a pullback, but this is probably not going to happen. So I'm going to be observing price action here as well. It's very tricky with gold because now you kind of know that it's going to continue higher, but where do you place your stop loss? I mean, if you're looking at the lower time frames, there's always a level that you can potentially use as for your stop loss. But when it comes to swing trading opportunities in this type of price action, there's just no way that you're going to take a decent trade. You can bet where the market is going to go and where it's not going to go, but you can't really take a well precise entry. So that's why when gold is pushing up or down in such a manner, we just drop down to a lower time frame and we look for setups there. Even now it looks like it may continue higher from current price levels. But that would be too risky of a trade for me. Yeah. Yeah, at least 105 I would say. And before it does, we may still see some sort of a pullback. So even if it starts pushing down now, I'm not going to immediately switch my bias and start looking for selling opportunities. Because in order to see that this pullback has ended, we need to see some lower structure. So let's say we break below some previous lows, we form a lower high, and then we start heading towards that previous low. Or if you want an even stronger confirmation, you just wait for price to form this pattern right here, the ABCD pattern, a very, very basic pattern, but a lot of people tend to forget that one. Because once you get this type of price action within such a strong pullback, you now know that this trend is probably going to continue lower. And considering that this is the main trend direction to the downside, then you will be a lot more confident to start taking sell trades. But for now, we haven't seen anything like this, and so that's why we're going to be looking for buying opportunities, because in fact we're seeing the opposite signals in the opposite direction. But I really want to see price breaking below this structure. Then I'm going to be looking for that potential reversal here. Yeah, we kind of have this pattern as well, which is pretty strong. More times than not, price will actually respect this pattern, and so, which means it could continue bullish right away. But I'm not taking any trades on the breakout of those minor highs here. It doesn't really mean much. What could happen is we break above those, we then meet resistance up here, and then the market starts trading sideways. And so if that's the case, I don't want to be in any positions. I'm just going to place this horizontal level here to see if we're going to get any sort of reaction around that level. So if we tap into that level, we then have a nice momentum candle to the upside. Well, this could be the signal. What is it today? Wednesday. What about the yen cross pairs? Now, obviously, we've got Bank of Japan's interest rate decision on Friday. So that's when we're going to see some movement on those. On dollar yen as well, by the way. Because there's not much going on dollar yen at the moment. But other than that, I don't see any other high impact news. And we've got European Central Bank's Lagarde speech Friday as well. But I don't think it's going to be anything. Yeah, there's definitely more momentum on Euro yen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of trading Fridays or especially the US session or Mondays London Open. I try and stay away from the market. Such a chaos, especially on Monday Open. Yeah, that's a pretty decent pattern formation. I would be looking for a continuation to the upside. Now, if that 1 hour candle manages to close above this previous week, that would be a good signal. I would be expecting strong bullish momentum if that happens. At least I want to see it closing bullish. Okay. Alright, that's a decent price action from gold. 15 minutes closing pretty strong. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be looking for any setups on the yen pairs at the moment. Bit of a sideways trading here on euro dollar. Mm-hmm. So what's that thing with Trump's crypto? I think it's called Trump coin. Is it really currently sitting at $41.65? I swear there are so many things I don't get about the crypto market. I mean, obviously Ethereum, Bitcoin, I understand that, but what's with all those like meme coins and stuff like that? I feel like people are just using them for pump and dump and just to make a quick buck and then just leave them. Are there really any people out there believing that some of those coins are actually going to get somewhere and are actually going to be used in real life in the future? It's just the name of those coins is ridiculous, honestly. Yeah, I don't like them either. I mean, there are new coins here and there which have actually have some projects behind them, and people are actually believing in them. But there are meme coins which are just. I mean, I guess there are a lot of traders, focusing on meme coins alone, and they're probably making a lot of money. But how many of them? Not many. If there's 5% success rate for Forex traders, it's probably below 1% for meme coin traders. Alright, let's see. We got any movement? I want to see another downside push here on pound dollar. I prefer the digital asset built for payments like so and so. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if someone is building a portfolio around crypto, I would assume they're gonna put some percentage of that portfolio into a meme coin in case it blows up. I understand that, but there's just so many of them. There's probably hundreds being launched every single day. Yeah, not much is going on. I don't know. It may be boring for someone watching me, and it's called a trading session, and then I don't trade. But this is actual trading. This is what a lot of people don't know. You don't open up the chart and enter a position right away. There are days where you don't have a single trade. The better and more experience you get into trading, the less you trade, I believe so. Yeah, yeah, most likely. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I'll do some New York session streams as well. But I haven't done any of those yet. I mean, I haven't done any streams before, so since I am looking at the charts on London Open anyway, I thought I might as well do a stream. It's the same thing for me. Even if I don't, even if I'm not streaming, I'm doing exactly the same thing. So it don't bother me at all. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, and that's the case for me even here on the 15-minute chart. I don't have trades every single day. I sometimes get people who have built a strategy after watching some of our courses, and they still have a lot of losses. And so they manage to make some money, then they go into a drawdown right away. And so I look at their um, account statement, and I see there are trades every single day. And just from that, I can tell that this person is just over trading. It's not because they don't know how to trade. Oops, sorry, that's bit. Okay, let me just hang up. Yeah, it's not because they don't know how to trade. It's because they're not patient enough. And you have to be able to recognize a bad trade from a good one, or a valid setup from a mediocre setup. Because if you really want to enter a position, you can literally go through each one of those instruments and every time frame, and you're definitely going to find a few trades. The thing is, you have to recognize which one of your trade, which one of those trade, aligns with your trading strategy. And if it doesn't, then do not take the trade. Is it in that specific hour that I want to trade in? Does it give me a positive risk to reward ratio? Do I have the entry signal I'm looking for? Am I going to be able to move my stops to break even? Or when am I going to close the trade if it goes against me? Am I waiting for full stop loss? Or am I going to close before that? All those questions, you must have an answer to them before you enter the trade. And then also, how many losses have I had this week? How many trades I've taken overall? You know, if I've made any profit, how much of that profit do I want to risk and potentially give back to the market? It sounds like you have to do a lot, but but it really isn't. Because when you start doing the same thing over and over again, you're following exactly the same plan every single time you enter a trade. Those questions, they come to you automatically. You don't even have to think about it. You just know as soon as you see a setup, you know if it is your kind of setup and whether you're allowed to take it or you have to pass on. Even those couple of days prior to today, Monday and Tuesday, even last week, I did have some setups which I didn't take. Some of them turned out to be losers. Others, if I have to be honest, if I would have taken every setup I saw, I'd probably make money because I think two of them hit stop loss and the other two they actually hit take profit. But when you have a positive risk to reward ratio, that's fine. And so that's okay. Yeah, look at pound yen. Yeah, see, even if I want to go long, I don't see anything going on here. So that's why I'll much rather wait for price and see whether it won't drop slightly lower, take out those previous lows, and then potentially reverse. So I'm still waiting for the same idea. Um, I can already see a couple of rejection wicks here on pound dollar on the 15-minute time frame. So does that mean we're gonna see another drop? I don't know, but I would prefer to wait instead of entering a long trade now, and then it takes me out and it goes back into my direction. Most of the trades, when I hit stop loss and I'm trading the lower time frames, this is exactly what happens. Takes me out and it then goes in my favor by a couple of pips, literally, or even a single pip sometimes. It is very annoying, but it's something that I have to deal with because I know I'm using tight stops, but I want to get in and get out of the market quick when I'm trading the lower time frames. So I'm not using like 15 or 20 pips of stop loss. I try and go with about a 10 pip stop loss, which means that if I catch a move and if I'm right, I would enter right at the bottom or right at the peak in price. And so the momentum kicks in immediately after my entry and in a few minutes time hits my TP. And these are the setups that I like to trade. All right. Looks like there's more bullish pressure in euro dollar. Looks like we may have some movement on dollar yen. Yeah, here is the 1 hour time frame on dollar yen. See, that's why I didn't want to take any long trades on the yen cross pairs yesterday, because while euro dollar and pound dollar were pushing up, dollar yen was pretty much trading sideways, or even if it was going down, it was price action was much slower than euro dollar and pound dollar. And so that's why you see euro yen and pound yen also being bullish. But we also know that as soon as dollar yen starts pushing down as strong as euro dollar and pound dollar, and it gets that momentum to the downside, you'll get something like this, right? So this is exactly what we see now. You look at dollar yen and you can see that there is a downside momentum, and then you switch over to pound yen and euro yen, and that's also the same thing here. Well, pound dollar needs to wake up because euro dollar is pushing. Yeah, the good thing about the majors now is that at least we have like kind of a clean price action to work with. So it makes it a bit more easier. Whereas if you've got a price action like this right here, You're basically looking for trades in the middle of nowhere, and it's so confusing every single day you come into the market. And if you're also focusing on the lower time frames, especially not just the 1 hour, the 4 hour, you see price bouncing off of highs and lows and basically trading around the same levels. And it's so frustrating just waiting for the breakout. See, no rush with those trades. Because if that candle turns bullish at the moment, if it turns bullish now and it closes as a bullish candle, I would really then expect for price to push lower. But if it breaks and closes above those highs, then we're probably not going to see price action any lower, and we're going to have to wait for that move towards the upside and then maybe enter upon the pullback. Just a strong rejection candle here on pound yen. Yeah, I'm still looking for a little bit more of a pullback here. We did get a nice pullback yesterday, so I really want to see another one today. The only difference with pound dollar and euro dollar is, like I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, we've taken out those lows here of pound dollar, which is obviously good. It is something that I want to see before I enter a long trade, but we haven't taken out the lows on euro dollar. So I wanted to see price pushing slightly below those lows right here in order for me to start looking for buying opportunities. We don't really see any strong momentum here either. But even on that last pullback, I'm looking at this area right here. So we did have a little bit of a pullback, and then price slowly and steadily started pushing up. It then gathered momentum later on. So we could see the same thing here. Here is gold on 5 minute, currently testing the previous 5 minute high. So I'm going to come back to have a look at the 5 minute chart. See how easy it is for price to break above this high. If it doesn't spend too much time wandering around this previous high, if it breaks above that easily, then we're probably going to see more momentum coming into the market, more bullish momentum here on gold. That's good then, so thanks for your chat again. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a couple more 15-minute candles just to see how price action is developing. See if we have any strong rejection or if we have a clear breakout here on euro dollar and pound dollar. And then I can decide whether I want to wait for price to come and collect those lows, or is it going to push straight up? For now, it looks like there's more bullish momentum, obviously. I've still got a few minutes to the end of that 1 hour candle. And once it closes, I want to see the next 5, the next 15-minute candles. But yeah, pretty strong and decent close on the 1 hour chart here on pound dollar. Still about 3 minutes left. Yeah, look at that 30-minute candle on pound yen. That's a really good candle. This is why I want to see price taking out some previous lows, because you can see as soon as it does, it then gathers momentum very, very quickly. And so again, we do have this on pound dollar, but we don't have this type of signal here on euro dollar. Anyone else on the stream currently looking for any setups? Drop a comment in the chat box, guys. So that's the same thing with Euro Yen and Pound Yen. You can see we've taken out some previous lows before that momentum came in the market. And then if you look at Euro Yen compared to Pound Yen, this hasn't happened. Ideally, I wanted to see price pushing down below these lows, doing something like this, and then going back to the upside. So that's the reason I didn't take a trade on pound dollar either. So let's have a look at the 1 hour candles. Okay. About a 50 pip stop loss on pound yen. Now, in order for me to look for continuation trades on pound yen, I need to see price closing above those previous highs, then coming back and forming a lower high. And then I could potentially look for buying opportunities. There is still more room to the upside. I mean, the 38.2 level from the higher time frames is just up here around the 193 level, which means a retest of the previous high. "30-minute candle closed quite bullish. The 1 hour candle with a really big downside wick, taking out all the stop losses below this structure right here. So that's a decent entry. Yeah, that would have been about 50 pips stop loss here on pound yen. Looks like we've got the breakout on gold already. Yeah, as you can see, just an easy break and retest pattern. Have the same thing here again. Break, come back for a retest, another push. And just like I said, once we break above this 5-minute structure right here, we're going to gain momentum to the upside. Yeah, I think there's still more to come. But entering at current price levels doesn't make a lot of sense. Where do you place your stop loss? If you go for a stop loss below this structure, well, that's quite far already. So let's see what we got. Right, here's the breakout on pound yen. Gold is still pushing up. Yeah, if anyone managed to get into a long trade here, I'd be looking for um, targets up around the 1.04, 40, 0450 level. and then probably exit the trade because we're most likely going to see pullback anywhere up here, because we've got multiple levels of resistance. We've just broken above some resistance right here by the time we get here, obviously. So that means we're gonna set up for a good pullback around those levels, I believe. So if anyone is holding any long trades, at least take out a part of your position, collect some profit up around that level. And I would also move my stops to break even as well. Right, pound dollar kicking it with a nice momentum, breaking above the previous 5-minute highs, currently testing those previous highs. And yeah, just as expected, as soon as gold broke above this previous 5-minute high, it gains more momentum to the upside. Before that, it reacted on that previous structure with the break and retest pattern, and it's most likely going to continue even higher. Euro yen doesn't look the best. Pound yen is looking pretty decent, to be honest, taking out all those lows. We then gathered bullish momentum, price breaking above previous highs. So, you know, a pullback would make a lot of sense in this case. Yeah, whenever you get one of those 1 hour or 4 hour candles like this, spiking through previous lows and then closing all the way up here, you normally get strong bullish momentum or bearish momentum, obviously, depending on whether this candle is bearish or bullish. But this is just another one of those times where this is confirmed. You see, the thing with euro dollar is that the 1 hour chart, apart from this candle, this is a pretty decent candle, but apart from that one, it doesn't look like we're about to see a reversal. Even with those three bullish candles, I don't see a really strong momentum in either one of those. But when you have a look at the pound dollar pair, you get this candlestick pattern right here with those three candles. So I would consider this as a strong signal. If you look at gold, same thing again. Even though gold is moving quite different, you do have that momentum in those previous upside moves. You don't yet have it here, I would say. But you know, considering that we're moving pretty bullish, obviously we would have a bullish bias. Well, at least for now, I'm not going to be taking any trades. But what I would look for is, again, for some pullbacks. Here on gold, we may get a pullback toward this previous high and then observe price action as soon as it gets there, as soon as it taps into that level. We're talking about the level around 2,753. um, 53.50, something like this. Basically, this previous 5-minute high. If you get price coming into this low, and then you get a strong reaction, then you can potentially look for long entries. And if we break below that, then a next level like this would be anywhere around 2,750. This is where I would be looking for that same reaction, um, to potentially go long. I wouldn't be taking any sell trades on gold, whatever happens. So I'm only going to be looking for bullish continuation. When it comes to euro dollar, well, currently testing those previous highs, but if we get a pullback towards, you know, the level around 1.0420, 04, let's say 15, anywhere around this area is where I'm going to be looking for potential buying opportunities. And take that with a pinch of salt. I mean, even if you see price pulling back and tapping into those levels, do not enter any positions right away. So what I'm going to be doing instead is I'm going to be observing price action and see how it will react. So if we get any momentum reversals like what we have here, this is when I'm going to be entering a position. Okay, here on pound dollar, I would say the levels around 1.2335, for example. Okay, so pretty much in the middle of this bullish momentum is where I'm going to be looking for potential entries. Okay, yeah, 1.2335, 36, maybe even 34, something like this. And yeah, that's it pretty much. Don't know about the yen pairs. Pound yen is definitely looking good. So again, same thing here as well. If we manage to pull back towards 192.23, maybe even slightly lower, that would be great. But we want to make sure that we don't leave one of those long upside rejection wicks here on the 1 hour chart. So if we close bullish, then we can look for that pullback, and the continuation higher. So yeah, there's more and more momentum coming into the market. Looks like we're kind of woken up now. So yeah, these are pretty much the levels to watch out for. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll see you in the next one. And for those of you who are joining for the first time, make sure to subscribe to this channel, ring the notification bell so you know every time I start a stream. And also check out all the links below the video. Join our free Telegram channel for more trading setups, more trading information. And we also have a premium channel as well. This is where every single day from Monday to Friday, I'm sending a short 10-minute video going through each one of those instruments, well, at least most of them, and giving you the setups for the day ahead. It's quite easy. You just follow what I say. You will receive that video before London Open, and then you will know what to expect for the day ahead on all the major instruments: euro dollar, pound dollar, the Australian dollar, the yen cross pairs together with dollar yen, of course gold, and we also go through Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. So for those of you who are trading crypto, this would be very beneficial for you guys too. So that's pretty much all. I'll see you in the next one. And like I said, check out all the links in the description below the stream. See you next time.